The highest approval rating and the highest difference between approval and disapproval is the same president. Of course, the legendary Ronald Reagan, right? Except that's not true. It's not Ronald Reagan. It's Bill Clinton. Highest approval rating for a president in recorded history as he leaves office, 66% approval. And the highest net difference as well, a 37-point difference, positive for difference between approval and disapproval. George Bush comes in second on both counts, narrowly avoiding being the worst, to Richard Nixon, who was literally run out of the White House, who resigned in disgrace, and Bush barely beat him. And Truman did jump above Bush in terms of net disapproval, was a difference of minus 21. Bush finished at minus 27. Now, think about that. The Republicans who've been telling you all along how Bush brought honor back to the White House and Bush kicked ass and Clinton was the worst and he had oral sex and he was impeached. I mean, my God, they impeached Clinton, right? Yeah. The net difference, Clinton finished with plus 37 in that bracket. Bush minus 27. Yeah. Can you have a bigger difference? I guess 38-28.
Yeah, well, numbers-wise, you could. But I mean,
but that is gigantic.
Yeah. And Bush never recovered, and that was your thesis, and I think it's true that the fact that he never recovered, I think, speaks a lot about America too. That they didn't just give him the sympathetic pass that they gave him a little bit in his lame duck tenure. We saw what was really happening, and that's why earlier today when I said, thank you to Cenk for doing a show like this and for everybody for being part of a movement, it's true. I mean, getting the word out that this is what's going on is a very, very important part of making that change happen and making people realize that this Bush guy was not such a good president.
Yeah, now we all did it. We all did the show together, Michael and Ben and Dave and Jesus, JR, and everybody did. But in all of you listening, etc., we talked about that earlier. But thank you anyway, Michael. I really appreciate it. But, the other aspect of this that's good is, look, we convinced the country that this man was not the right man and that they had made a mistake in 2004. And a lot of people across the world didn't believe that America came to that realization. They thought, no, America is the country that re-elected George Bush in 2004. And they made a judgment based on this, and it was going to be very hard to move him off that position because they were adamant about it. Correct. I know from the people that I talked to that were abroad, the people that lived abroad, that every single person that came back, reporters saying, people think that America is the closed-off, isolationist, and frankly dumb country that re-elected Bush in 2004, and they're going to stand by that decision. But you know what the bottom line was as Bush leaves office? We did not stand by that decision. We realized it was a mistake for those of us who voted that way. Not me, I didn't, but all of us moved the country because democracy works, and America works, and we talked to one another, and we came to the conclusion, our bad, we shouldn't have gone down that road in 2004. And as Bush leaves office, these numbers are indicative. It's America saying that was a mistake, and here, we're not going to do it again. We elected Barack Obama, who appears to be the polar opposite of George Bush in so many ways, and we are open to the world again. And that is one of many reasons why it's so refreshing to have President Obama in the White House now. So we say that as Americans, we prove ourselves.